Back again, our dear students, and it's still chapter 11. And right now we have chapter 11, lesson 2. And the lesson will be remember what was the title of chapter 11? It's all about using pronouns. And the previous time we're talking about subject pronouns, but this time we'll be talking about, yeah, we'll be talking about object pronouns. Okay, and as I said, this is chapter 11, lesson 2. Okay, and let's start. And before I start, I need to refresh your mind and remind you what was the previous lesson about. The previous lesson was about the subject pronoun. Don't forget. And when you speak about the subject pronoun, it's the PN or the predicate nominate that follows a form of verb to be or a linking verb, or may comes at the beginning of the sentence, or for sure the pronoun that comes at the beginning of the sentence will be the subject pronoun. If you have a compound subject, when you well, leave this part, later on we'll be speaking about, but let's first speak about the object pronoun and the usage of the object pronoun. Okay, let's start. Whenever you have an object or when to use an object pronoun, the first option here or the first use here will be use an object pronoun when the pronoun functions as the direct object or the indirect object. Okay, and let's check the sentence I have over here. I have dad took Sarah and me to the theater. Dad took Sarah and me to the theater. Remember, I'm talking about the object. Right now, I'm talking about the object pronoun. So dad here, and I have an action verb. And what comes after the action verb? I have a compound object over here. So if I have it, I'll be looking at me, and I will never say that me is a subject pronoun. No, it's an object pronoun. Why? Because this will be the direct object. Actually, the direct object in this sentence, we have two persons. We have Sarah and we have me as a pronoun. So pronoun me over here is a direct object. So I'll be saying it's object pronoun. Okay, so the first one we have over here, it tells that use an object pronoun when the pronoun functions as the direct or the indirect in the sentence. Remember this, and don't forget, I'm talking about action verbs right now. In the predicate nominate, I was talking about forms be and linking verbs. Okay, next, what do I have over here? I have another sentence. He showed who? The direct object. He showed us his new books. I should only put a line under us as the object noun, pronoun I have over here. But why did I put the line or underline book? Because I have in this sentence, I have a direct and indirect object. But the pronoun we're talking about, it's the indirect object. Okay, because the direct object here is a noun only. So the only word I have to check over here is us as the object pronoun. I would never look at this, but just I underline to tell you that in this sentence I have two, direct and indirect, direct and indirect, and the indirect over here is a pronoun. Okay, the next usage over here will be use an object pronoun when the pronoun, listen up, I said, when it comes as a direct, indirect, or when it comes what? Use an object pronoun when the pronoun functions as the object of the preposition. OP, object of preposition or preposition in a sentence. What does it mean? I don't understand. Do you know what are the prepositions? Like in, like on, like above, like under, like between, like in front of, like behind. Whenever you mention any of these prepositions, you should have a noun after them. Okay, so I'm not talking about nouns right now as prepositional phrase. I'll be talking about pronouns to complete the meaning, just coming or following the prepositions. So whenever they come, they will be the object pronoun. Let's see, maybe I have, yes, I really have a sentence. Mom told the story to Sarah and me. Okay, if it was another way, mom told Sarah and me a story, or told Sarah and me a story, it will be direct and indirect. But because I have, yes, 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 because I have to over here as a preposition, I cannot say that I do have direct or indirect. No, I just have a preposition phrase. So the noun that comes in the preposition phrase or comes after the preposition will be the object pronoun. So once again, mom told the story to Sarah and me. Here, me will be what? Here, me will be the object pronoun. Okay, done. Do I have something else? Yes, I have another sentence actually for Sarah. Listen up, for Sarah and me. This was amazing story. For Sarah and me, this was amazing story. I have a preposition over here, and this is the preposition phrase till me. So it's an object of the preposition. Okay. Few tips for you. Avoid this common error when you use the object pronoun. What kind of common error we're talking about? Let's see. Yes, the wrong one here is to say between you and me. The wrong one is to say between you and me. Okay. Sorry, the wrong one is to say between you and I. But actually, I started the correct one, the right one, before telling the wrong one. Okay. But if you want to check this or say it correctly, you have to say between you and me as a correct one. So this will be the object pronoun. It's not I at all, because as you know, I comes in the subject part, okay, or as a subject. The wrong one here, also second wrong one, is to say for Ben and she. She here comes in the object. Okay, so as an object pronoun, it will be something else. It will be for Ben and her. So the first one, don't you ever say between you and I, you have to say between you and me. Second one, don't you ever say for Ben and she, no, say for Ben and her. Okay, because the object pronoun over here will be her. Okay. Yes, it's an exercise from your book, so we have to do it right now. So let's check the exercise. We have page, grammar for writing, page 207. Edit the following sentences for the use of the subject and object pronouns. So actually this exercise combines the two lessons we have. Cross out a pronoun that is used incorrectly and write the correct one above it. If the sentence is correct, write C after it, and just it's hand for you. First, check to see what function the pronoun performs in the sentence. So as a reminder, I have to tell you that if you have a compound subject, try each part once as a subject and once as an object, and then choose or decide what will be the answer. Let's start over here. The first one I have, it's Brian and me read about the brothers Wilbur and Orville Wright. So the pronoun over here I have, it's Brian and me. Brian and me. And I can hear someone is telling mess it comes as the first part of the sentence as the subject of the sentence. So whenever you talk about the subject of the sentence, you will never write me. So what will be the answer? Yes, I have to cross out me, and I have to put something here to tell everyone that it's not me anymore, it's I. Okay, second sentence, the word credits they with the invention of the first participle practical airplane. So the world credits that they. What is this? They. It's it's a direct object. So whenever you have a direct object over here, you cannot write it they. It's not a subject. It should be a, yes, it's an object pronoun. So they is written in incorrect way. It's not correct, but the correct one should be them. So if I read the sentence once again, what shall I say? The world credits them with the invention of the first practical airplane. Number 3, Orville Wright is especially interesting to Brian and Brian and me. Yes. Okay, it's me. It's not I. Why? Because I have a preposition phrase over here. Okay, it's a compound in a preposition phrase. Next one, Mrs. Elzin read us an article about him. So read us, and then I have article about him. So if you look, I have read us. What is read us? Read us, read us. Yes, it's a direct object, so it's correct in its place. And what is him? What is him? It's apart from the prepositional phrase. So the answer here, yes, it's correct. Number 4, it's done. Number 5, right now, she also showed Brian and I. Are you sure? No, it's not I at all, because of what? Because this comes in the object or as an object pronoun. So the correct answer here is me. After cutting, for sure, after cutting Y, we have to cross out I and write me instead. Number 6, to Brian and she, the photos seem a bit unreal. Yes, to Brian and yep, Brian and her, the photos seem a bit unreal. Even Kitty Hawk did not look real to Miss Elzin, and we, and yes, and us. Okay, 8, Miss Elzin told Brian and me, but why me? You have to tell me, because this is the direct object. Okay, next. It's time to tell you about the homework. So the homework here would be grammar for writing. You have to complete this exercise plus the other exercise. Okay, grammar for writing, page 208. Okay, ready to receive your questions for sure. This is exactly what I'm saying all the time or every time. For anything you need to inquire about, I'll be ready to receive your questions through the Facebook or through the email. Don't forget to do your homework and send them through our provided email. For the English, it's Alwaha American English Homework at gmail.com. Alwaha American English Homework at gmail.com. Okay, so as I always say, as I always hope and wish for you all to be safe and to stay blessed. So, my dear students, stay blessed. See you later, inshallah. Bye bye.